Yeah, we also discovered that necromancer lady with the warhammer that looked like a mix between a Zed, a necromancer, and a dominatrix. And I have to just ask myself, how do you pull that off? And actually made me go, I can totally see that work.
That's a very good question. And I can't
Stop
answer.
sounding like that guy with the glasses. I have been deceased. Cobra, your bad jokes has gotten to me.
Oh, come on, they're not that bad. They should only be good for a mild headache at worst.
Yeah, then why is some of my flesh peeling off? If you cost me any vital fluids, I swear I'm going to do something indescribable.
So what you're saying is you're kind of falling apart.
I have been Okay, thank you, Carl. You are
The Pain Eater! And the Skill Eater. What the hell are we up against now?
I have no idea. Really, the Pain Eater.
We're getting devoured!
Wait, devoured? Where?
No, I'm saying we're getting devoured. Seriously, we're getting reaped here. I mean, if we can start killing them, that would be great. Well, as long as things dies, we will survive. Okay, the Pain Eater, the Skill Eater, and more Dragon Moss, and... Alright, you know what? We may do this. We may do this.
You know why you may do this? Because I enter the field. Lightning.
You know what I really like about you, Rana? You're so humble.
You know, do you know why I sometimes brag so much of my skills?
Because no one else does?
One of the reasons, and the other thing is, it has been some time since I received a remark on that. And besides, I know I have skills as a spellcaster, although I specialize in being a warrior.
Alright.
Skull choo-choos. What is a choo-choo?
I got no fucking clue.
Give me a moment. 2 skull choo-choos at the value of 50 gold. And I see, apparently there's a necklace with a skull in it. Well, you know, as a necromancer, I should basically be all about skulls. But if it is anything that resembles the necromancer armor in Diablo 2, then no thanks.
Ooh, that could be good.
Oh, chicken for skills, are you? But yeah, I know I am much bragging of my skills. I just get the feeling it is sort of a inner insecurity to compensate for that thing.
Alright, I got a new spell. Clamor of Souls.
Cobra?
Yes?
Stand still for a moment. You do realize Denica is, never mind. But as I was saying before, we can just proceed. Never mind, just move on. I can tell you on the way.
Will do.
I do not think all this bragging of mine is to compensate for some inner level insecurity. Sorry. I had some worries at one point, but I get the feeling it is because I'm trying to prove myself.
I already love my new spell.
Oh. Yeah, your new spell. Amusing. Tell me about it in a moment after you have paid some attention to me. This vampiric aura, it needs to go down.
Death to the sparkly menace! No, wait, that's the wrong kind of vampire horror.
Yeah, we get it. You're not like Twilight.
I don't know Twilight. I never watched the books or read the movies. I just think it's fun to make jokes of it.
Yes. Before we... Oh, dear. What a lover. You're just doing anything in your power to just keep shutting me up. But I will have my say in the matter now. No, I will not, because you keep fooling every freaking mob in the area. You do not do it, Mox does. As they say in the military, Cobra, at attention!
Yes.
You know, at attention means that you are supposed to stand still and listen.
I never been in the military. How would I know?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You do not know about military as I do. Well, something I just scrapped up. But as I said...
Oh, you are
This is exactly like a Diablo 3. Give me a breather.
This wasn't my fault, okay?
Yeah, I know. Apart from Diablo 3, this is not your fault.
Hey, I was looting!
Hey, I was looting. Yeah, you were running all over the map. You never thought that it might just encourage some demons to try and rip in your flesh. I mean, do you have any foresight?
I only have 2 eyes, so that would be 2-side, right?
At attention, Eric Cobra.
Yes.
See. As I was saying, I get the feeling all my bragging at some point in the start were to compensate for. You did that on purpose.
I did not attack them! My allies did.
Okay, we clear this river and then you will stand at attention and nothing will move. Mox over here. We do not need to call this battle.
Why did you call Mox back?
Because I did not want him to run up river in case we have an entire other group waiting for us. But he disobeyed my orders.
Right, so what is it you wanted to say?
Okay. For starters, all my bragging I thought were to compensate for the fact that I had some insecurities. Right now, I think my bragging is because that I feel I should prove myself. But the problem is, I have to ask you, do you think I have proven myself enough as a competent player?
I never doubted you were a competent player. You just sometimes make stupid decisions. So do I. So...
Okay. So I do not need to feel that I have to live up to some grand title.
Don't worry, nobody holding you to any standards.
Good. For better or for worse. But I have just to say, when we get out of this and when we face down Zero, I want to, shall we say, walk away from Guild Wars factions with a raised head.
You can do that, if you will.
Okay, fine. But right now we're in a jungle, so we need to focus on moving on, at ease, and move out.
Already way ahead of you on that front.
Oh, I thought we had a bridge. Nah.
No, that thing's broken.
Wait a second.
Not broken, blocked.
So we had to go this way. So Guild Wars were sort of treating me like Diablo until it actually understood that I was serious. Which I find nice. Oh, and because I get a little curious, what is this new spell of yours?
Clamor of Souls. It's like Essence Strikes, except it's area of effect.
Yeah.
Basically, it damages everyone in a certain radius and gives me mana.
Oh, so it is sort of like my Unholy Feast, only I get health. And, yeah, I get health and you get mana.
Yeah. Oh, and be warned of those, I can't remember what it calls, some sort of, the brown mantis, because they can make themselves immune to spells temporarily.
Oh, I see. Look out, wardens.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight them.
Shields up.
Well, that went well.
Oh yeah, you are still alive.
Well, I died temporarily. I guess that's the downside of being the mage, when you have to go first into these kind of situations.
By the way, Cobra, I just discovered something funny the other day, and I have to ask, do you know what a swashbuckler is?
Pirate of sorts?
You would think that it was a pirate, yeah, but I actually understood from a show I saw that it had a different origin. It was in the late Middle Ages over in England, where you would have some of the, shall I say, younger lads running around in the street with some of their swords or long swords. What do you think? Those, let me see, what can you describe them as? Okay, short swords in some cases, or rifles, if you will. And they had a little shield that was barely, shall we say, maybe double the size of your fist, a so-called buckle. And because
Petra Ice Wing! And Mantis out of nowhere. Where did these guys come from?
no idea. The game is trying to focus over because we're getting close to our goal. Exactly like every other game we have ever played. Yay!
Sorry.
And then the guy's getting called at. Leave the lady alone. He's not Anita from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. She does not like bugs. Realize when you're standing close to me, your whole body movements sort of look like you basically have no bones.
Well, some people do call me spineless.
You know, I'm not even going to really comment on that because, well, you are not spineless, but yeah.
But my god, it was a bad joke, right?
What?
Yeah, I thought so.
Therefore, it's running around in circles. Can we find anything else to kill?
Alright.
We can.
Well, we completed one more side quest, if that helps.
Great, get a few more coins in our pockets. I mean, I grow tired of these rewards with money and all that. I want to make a difference. Hold on. Give me that key. And over. But as I said, the whole swashbuckling thing was because they placed their rifles and their swords close to each other. And as I said, the bucklers only double the size of your fist. So it would just clang, clang, clang all the way down the street while they're just basically trying to show off.
So that's how they swashed their buckler.
Basically, yeah. And I do believe you remember where I told you this whole thing started.
England?
Yeah, late medieval England, if I'm not mistaken. And I also discovered something very special in that show that I
Look, will somebody get this guy off me? Thank you, Mox.
Fuck! Yeah. Fuck! Get this guy off me! If anyone out there plays Light of Course, you know where that reference comes from. Do not blame yourself, Cobra. Everyone can slip up once in a while.
You're really milking that reference, aren't you?
You have no idea where it comes from.
Of course I do.
I would not imagine you would know that.
Why not?
Might I be completely honest here?
Yes.
As far as you've told me from, shall we say, your childhood, you were not exactly the Nintendo kid.
No. Doesn't mean I don't.
I thought it would take a, shall we say, grown-up Nintendo kid to understand the reference.
True, but just because I never owned a Nintendo console, doesn't mean I don't know of their games. I mean, I know who Mario is after all, right?
Yeah, let us just say this thing made like a proton torpedo and backfired. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh lord. Sorry, but for a moment it just looked like Shinna and that whole underground thing are trying to mate.
No, Shinna! You don't know where it's been!
Yeah, we do not need further comment on that. Okay, but as I was saying, I discovered something very interesting on that show. I think the guy who hosted it was called Michael Lodes, a very professional weapons expert, at least in the medieval or, well, medieval weapons kind. He also showed me that the longsword, the shall we say king of swords, at the time of the War of the Roses, I just thought it would be one piece of metal who was forged to be very solid and never really break. But then I discovered it was actually also forged to be flexible, with a mix between steel and iron. And I was a bit confused because I thought that...
There it is! The Discord Wallow. Ain't she a beauty?
Oh, I do not see it.
Right ahead of us in the thickets.
Ah, yeah, I see.
Okay, ready to make shoes out of it?
If we must.
We must. The music, after all, must go on.
Fine. Move in.
And thus dies the last Discord Wallow. Oh well, had a good
You
run.
really enjoy extinguishing species, right?
Look, it's not like it's going to have a resurgence. Who the hell is it going to mate with?
Oh, of course. He always has a counter-argument. But then again, maybe I should draw my intro back. I mean, after all, you say some species of extinction in Mass Effect, so that must sort of indicate that you are not all about extinction.
Of course not. It's just, do you know how to clone things?
Not in this time period, and I have no idea how you would otherwise do it. And I do not even know if cloning technology is so advanced that you can basically say, here's a sample of this and this species. Now we flip the switch and see what gender we want now as a clone.
Yeah. So...
I mean, this is something that the... what was they called? Kimonians of Star Wars could not even do. I mean, they got a platter of Jango Fett's DNA, but they cannot exactly just turn a switch and say, they're going to turn out like this and this.